like the past 5 years or so, and I've picked up a few like tips and tricks, so I thought I'd share them with you. The first thing that is super amazing are these little containers. These guys keep your food fresher longer. I use these for like burger patties or steaks or anything because you can't really buy just one. You always have more than one in the pack. And then saran wrapping the container it comes in is great, but these are like super stretchy. It gets all the air out. Machine washable. I think I got these for like $8-10 a piece after shipping on Wish. They're probably saved as like meat storage container, meat saver. I don't know what they're called, but they exist. Another really good tip is when you're prepping chicken. First off, I always buy like the big packs to save on money, and I always buy them on trash night. I do all of the chicken that night because it's easier that way, and then you don't have to like do it again the next day or whatever. And I individually wrap them in like little squares of saran wrap. That way they're individual, and then I put them in freezer bags. So that way if like your recipe calls for 2 chicken breasts, you can just like pull out like 1-2 chicken breasts. Whew. That way you're not wasting the chicken, because there's no way you can eat like 7 chicken breasts before it goes bad if you're just like yourself, unless, I don't know, maybe you can. They're also really good for like crock pot meals, because I find that like frozen chicken, even if you thaw it out before cooking it, it always has like almost like this crunchy texture, which is really gross to me. Unless you cook them in the crock pot, then it's like always comes out really nice. You do have to be careful about like what you want to cook in the crock pot. Like don't do steak in there, don't do like an herb chicken in there, because it's going to be soggy and you're going to be disappointed. But I actually have like a pot roast going in there right now. It makes really good shredded chicken tacos, soups. If you are cooking chicken though, like that hasn't been frozen, the best way to do it is in the cast iron skillet and the oven. So preheat your oven to like whatever, 370 something, and then just get your cast iron preheated on like high, then sear the chicken. You can do steak too for a couple of minutes, and then put that in the oven, and it comes out like perfect every time. But yeah, slow cookers are amazing. They're one of my favorite things, and whenever you're done, like it's a big thing. That's like a 5-pound pot roast in there. I'm not gonna be able to finish that all myself. But what I can do is get my little to-go containers that I've got from like Thai restaurants, or like, usually they have them at healthy food takeout, but I don't go to those. You can get them at like Target or Walmart too, just meal prep containers. Portion out your meals into these. They're plastic, so they're freezer safe. Stick them in the freezer, and then you've got meal prep. So that way you don't have to eat it all right then and get sick of it. And then you have food for like a couple weeks down the road. There are some like myths with slow cookers, that like if you put the chicken in there when it's frozen, because it's a slow cooker, it'll be at room temperature for too long and then you'll die if you eat the food. But it's like, no, because by the time it's hot enough to defrost it, it's cooking it pretty quickly. The brand of slow cooker doesn't really matter too much. I have the Crock Pot brand slow cooker, which I think is the best. It was like maybe $40 or so, and it's got like a better seal, so it cooks it like 1 to 2 hours faster. It's got little handles, it's got little clasps. I used to have an off-brand one that was like maybe $20-25, and I was trying to tote food in it to a friend's house, and it spilt in the car, and it was full of like meat juice, and that was a whole thing. So I like that this one has like clasps and it seals really well. I'll put some of my favorite crock pot recipes below. This pot roast is really just like au jus, gravy mix, ranch mix, meat, 6 pepperoncinis, and a stick of butter. Like, it's the easiest thing. Then you put like carrots in 3 hours before it's done, and then you make mashed potatoes, and it's amazing. Like, chicken tacos are super easy in the slow cooker. I just do like 2 chicken breasts, and then like a bay leaf, lemon juice, chicken broth, cayenne, paprika, cumin, spicy spices, and then I just use I use box rice and canned beans to go with it, and then you can add like veggies, cheese, salsa, whatever. But the best tortillas to get are these guys, Guerrero, Guerrero. They're the ones in the purple packs. You cook them yourself, so they're like pre-made, but you just heat your skillet to like medium-high heat, more closer to medium, and then you put it on there for 30 seconds, flip it another 30 seconds. It starts kind of getting puffy. Flip it back over for an additional 30 seconds. You're now at 90 seconds, and that thing expands and it cooks, and it tastes so good, and it's not like it's like chewier processed as the other tortillas that are already cooked when you buy them. I think they're okay in like the pantry, but I put them in the fridge so that it lasts longer. I put bread in the fridge so it lasts longer, and if I make a sandwich, I just toast it and then it's like not cold bread. Another fun food trick, when buying watermelons, pick the watermelon with the largest yellow spot on it. This means it has been sitting in the field longer and is therefore sweeter. Yeah, I think that's about it. This is my first somewhat regular video in a while, so I hope you enjoyed it. Peace, love, and kittens. And kitchens. Peace, love, and kitchens. I'm out. I've also been living on my lonesome. Also, I've been living alone for the last 5 years. Alone, that sounds really sad. I've been living on my own. I've been living on my own, and you can get, calm down. What else did I want to tell you guys about? Whoops. Oh, we're still rolling.